Welcome back to another recap video. My name's Johnny Trades, and we are going to dive into the computer and go over what we did well today on our trade on mstz. Now, we did see potential as Bitcoin pushed up to some overbought levels. It began to sell off, and we took advantage by shorting it, locking in 3.5% profit, and that's pretty good for a day when usually I only aim to make about 2% per day to ultimately reach my 10% a week goal. And we've been doing a great job by getting those levels achieved week after week and day after day. So we're going to go ahead and dive into the computer now. Sorry, my computer is kind of going off here. Markets are actually selling off as we speak. So let's go ahead and dive into the computer. So not only did Bitcoin sell off today, but QQQ is actively selling off. It had a nice double top rejection here, basically. So it's a double top. It tested 629.50 twice, not only in pre-market, but in the normal trading hours. Double top, overbought, reversal, selling off, now down to 625 at the time of this recording. But Bitcoin too as well. It pushed up very nicely starting at 7 a.m. this morning from 91,700 all the way up to 92,800. We noticed this candle wick right here, and it began to sell off, and we took advantage. We actually sold this little dip here. It's not a huge move, but it is a move anyways. It looks like it sold off not even a full 1%, about 0.8% sell off on Bitcoin. But we did notice that MSTR did the same thing, pushing up pre-market from 163 all the way up to 167 and 88 cents. It had a nice rejection period right off of 167, and it sold off to 162.80. Now it almost had a full recovery. So if we would not have locked in our profits, then we would have gave back all the money that we gained. So looking at mstz, now you kind of know my thought process of why I was going to short Bitcoin, why I saw potential, and how it's found support, which is why I actually sold, because if this broke this support, then we could have got more selling pressure, we could have made more money. But because it found support here and pushed up, MSTR was able to find its own support and push up as well. On the 5-minute chart, you can see it sold off perfectly to that moving average, and same with mstz. Pushed all the way up to that moving average, and we locked in profits there, and we're going to talk about it. So as you can see, we locked in what is now saying 34.89, because I did keep my one lucky share to showcase our profits here. We made literally $35 or 3.5% in 30 minutes. So it's not a ton of money, but on the grand scale of things, that's like $1 a minute on a very small trade here. Now, we didn't go full size. We only had about 70 shares. Usually I like to try to get about 100 shares or so. My thought process behind it today was managing my risk, not getting stopped out too soon. So if this did run up, and I also have an additional $1,000 to use for a second day trade if I see potential. Now, there is something that there is always over trading and the benefits and the drawbacks of over trading. I would hate to take another trade and then give back the money I've already gained. But at the same time, I've had plenty of past live streams where you can go watch where I've locked in profits too early and it's run up $1, $2, $3 without me. So I figured let's go about half size, with the $1,000. If I get stopped out too early, I can get back in. If it begins to run up later on in the day, I could take a second day trade. And that's what's so cool about a cash account. On a margin account, if you have less than $25,000, you only take 3 day trades in a 5-day period. So if you took 1 day trade on a Monday, 1 on a Tuesday, and 1 on a Wednesday, you would have to wait till the following week to trade again. So what if there was a setup on Thursday or Friday? You wouldn't be able to take it. With the cash account, you can take multiple trades as long as you have buying power. So I have a $2,000 account currently, and I'm able to make those additional day trades. I could take one $2,000 day trade every single day for 5 days in a row, or I could split it up now into, say, half, to where I could take 2 day trades a day at $1,000 position sizes, which means I could have up to 10 day trades in a week. Now, sometimes you don't necessarily have to have that many to make money. I, of course, only did one day trade today, but it was a solid trade. I felt very comfortable with it. I had a nice low average share price of 13.85. At one point, we were even down. I believe we were down like $10, which was about 1%, and I was willing to lose about $10 to $20 or 1 to 2% on this trade to potentially make 4 to 5%. So I was really, my risk to reward was 1 for 4, and it was like a 1 for 2, and then a 1 for 4, right? So I'm risking $10 to make $40. That's a 1 in 4. So again, did a good job. We bought 25 shares at $13.92. We bought another 25 shares at $13.94, right? So right around this level here, $13.92, $13.94. I bought an additional 20 shares at $13.67, right on this blue line. And honestly, I would have loved to have bought all my shares down here at $13.67, as that would have gave me an additional 20 cents per share. This would be up probably closer to $50, but that's okay. I noticed that it found support here. Of course, we talked about Bitcoin beginning to sell off. I bought one more additional share just so that way to have like 71 shares and that even $1,000 mark. And you can go back and watch this live stream. It is available to our Discord members. You could watch everything from me taking my first buys to actually selling and locking in profit. I captured it all in our live stream this morning with our LTE team. If you want to watch this live stream as well as future live streams, then click the first link in the description. It is 100% free and lifetime access to join. So as it ran up, we did very good by waiting, being patient. Now I did have a stop loss set, so I went to stop here. I set my stop price that I wanted at, say 1%. Oh, that's a sell. A stop loss here at about 1%. I hit sell, and then I drag this up. As the price began to move up, I would drag it up. As it pushed up even higher, I'd drag it up even more. And that's exactly what I did. So by the time it was up to 14.25, I had a 14.14 stop, and I was already going to be able to lock in $20 or 2% on this trade. It pushed up to 14.30. I raised my stop to 14.25. It pushed up to 14.40, and I raised my stop to 14.35 for 70 shares to sell. It pushed up to 14.43 and then came down to 14.35, and we locked in our profits at the tippy top of this move. On that yellow line right there is where 14.35 was, and we were able to lock in 70 shares in profit, or 3.5%, which was 35. I got the exact number here, and I'll share it with our Discord like we always do. Of course, I screenshotted it. It was 35.11. Yeah, let me bring up the screenshot on here. But I'd rather lock in profits and take a screenshot a few seconds or minutes late than to be taking a screenshot and not locking in profits, right? So there's a big difference. 3.59% or $35.32. So not too bad of a trade today. And again, it's all about showing up to the market, identifying potential, and making sure that you take those trades when they make sense to you guys. I'm going to have another video coming out today. It'll probably be a live stream that I host a little later on this afternoon, talking about how much I make trading stocks per hour versus a traditional 9 to 5 job, right? So by being able to lock in $35 in 30 minutes, which could, translate to $70 in 1 hour, compared to working a traditional 9 to 5 job at minimum wage. You know, certain areas you're only looking at $12 to $15 an hour. Even if you're making $20 an hour, that's, you know, consider yourself lucky, because many people don't make $20 an hour in a traditional 9 to 5 job or minimum wage job. But by making 60, 70, even $100 in a single hour can far outweigh your job. And so I want to talk more about that and dive into it more in that live stream later on today. So I appreciate you guys' time. Again, if you guys want to join the Discord, first link in the description below. And remember, let's end the year on a green note. Have a great day, guys.